It's funny about my first day of jiu-jitsu. I got choked unconscious by some blue belt.
Wait.
Yeah.
In your first day?
Yeah.
Okay.
He flattened me. I guess he was visiting from some other gym or something. He flattened me out, and it's like both my hands are stuck under me. So I'm like, I'm trying to tap, and I'm just out. Next thing I know, like I wake up, I'm like, oh man, everyone's in my room.
Hold on. First day,
Yeah.
you get choked out,
Mhm.
and it's by a blue belt.
Yeah.
What was the story they told everybody else? Because I'll tell you what would happen here if I saw and I was like looking away and one of my blue belts choked out the first day guy. I wouldn't go up to the new day guy and go, hey, why'd you do that? I'd be going up to the blue belt. So what was his story?
Oh, my hands were trapped. I was trying to tap, but I guess, just ran out of time right there. I don't feel like it was anything personal.
It's not personal. It's
mind.
just, listen, dude, I'd be shaking them down, being like, don't do that to the fucking trial class guy. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your friendly neighborhood BJJ podcaster, Rafa Esparza, coming to you with another great installment of the Grappling Hour. I have a beast of a guest, somebody who has yelled at me in the cage, and I don't think he meant to. You see, he's a little shy about it now, but he definitely was screaming all caps at me in the cage, but we'll talk to him in a second. Hey, first and foremost, if you like the show, I would love it if you go over to patreon.com/grappling hour. What do I get if I go there, Rafa Esparza? Well, if you go there, you will get to see these interviews 30 days before anybody else. And for a few extra dollars, you can see extra bonus content not available anywhere else, including tape studies with the athletes, which we're going to do with our buddy over here. You can also see us do a segment called Roast Raf, where people roast my competition footage. Not my favorite segment, but definitely your favorite segment. In addition to that, you can also see a segment where we give people a card. They pull one out at random, and it has a submission on it. And our guests are given 2 minutes to see if they can land that submission on me. We call that the Grappling Hour Challenge. And that's another favorite one for our guests, but I roast them when they're trying to do it to me. So a little bit of an equalizer there. And you can do that by going over to rafesparza.com/grappling hour. All of that goes directly into supporting the show, and it means a lot to me. So go check that out. If you like that, we would love it if you would give us a like, a comment, and a subscribe. And if you don't know what you want to comment on, by the end of this video, I will give you something to comment on at the end. Additionally, don't forget to go over to rafesparza.com/merch. If you like the show, I hope that you do. You go over, you get yourself a Grappling Hour hoodie, you get yourself a Grappling Hour t-shirt, you wear it, you show people that you love this show, you compete in it, you win more, can't prove that, can't disprove it, and a lot of people have been homies, a good amount of people who are famous wear them, let's just say that. So do that, and last but not least, if you want to continue the conversation that we have here on the show, you can head on over to the Grappling Hour Discord, and that is at Grappling Hour. All right, let's get to our guest, who I have definitely not introed before. Definitely didn't have to redo the show, and we're pretending to redo it from top. But let's do it again, but this time even better. Mm-hmm. This young man had one of my favorite fights at the top of the year. And although he did not win that fight, it was one of the most incredible matches I've ever had the honor of calling in that cage. But then, just a few weeks ago, this man was back in the cage, got an incredible win on my birthday, by the way. And it was one of my favorite fights to commentate again. If you watch this kid and you see him compete, just know he's always going to be giving his all. He's always going to bring fireworks to the cage. And I'm stoked to have him making his Grappling Hour debut here with us. Please welcome for the very first time, Sugar Shawnee Buss.
Thanks for having me.
Is it good to be back here again?
Yeah, it's great to be back.
Because you definitely have not been introed before, right?
Never.
See, that's a real pro here. All right, let's talk about this. When you were in the cage, you were told by your family members that you were talking very loudly at me, and they kind of said like, hey bro, I won't say the word cringe, but they were like, it wasn't the best. Why did they say that to you about our interview?
They saw my little sister specifically. She said to me, she's like, he's trying to take the mic away from you because you're getting so close and being loud. I'm like, was I really? She's like, yeah. She's just, dude, the past few weeks, she's been teasing me about that.
Oh, has she
nonstop.
really?
Yes.
Oh, no. Well,
even the 6-year-old.
Wait, what is the 6-year-old telling you?
Dude, she's like, you were loud on the mic. I'm like, oh, come on. You weren't even there.
Wait. So you've got a 6-year-old and a 12-year-old. These are sisters,
Yeah,
right?
my sisters, yeah.
And they're already talking shit to you like, yo, you ain't anything, son. Like,
Yeah.
that was terrible.
Yeah.
And even the 6-year-old being like, I didn't even see it, and I know it was trash.
Mm-hmm.
What? Okay. Let's try to amend some things here. We're going to do an exercise here in a second. But to you, did anything feel like it was odd when you were in the cage?
Hands down, chin up. That's about it.
No. We're not even talking about the performance. I'm just talking about us talking.
Oh my God. I didn't realize until I got backstage, because when I was trying to talk normally, my voice is super hoarse. I'm like, oh no, I was talking loud.
It's just that to me, when someone gets that intense, that I go, okay, they don't know that they're coming off this way. Yeah. And I just thought, I told somebody a little bit later, I was like, he came with the intensity that it looked like I was fighting him next, where I was just happy for him. And we've conversed off and on in terms of on Instagram, and we've joked. And I thought, oh, he knows that I'm a fan and that I like what he does. So it's not adversarial. Mm-hmm. So I didn't take it as you being like, yeah, man, you want next? You want to go right now? Because that's how it kind of came off. I just go, oh, he's just so elated. This is what happiness feels like to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try an exercise here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and make good, which means we're going to try and like amend what happened the last time. I'm going to use this water bottle here, and I'm going to try and set an interview with you. And I want to see if we can make things right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask you the same question like we were in the cage together. Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Shawnee, that was an incredible fight. How are you feeling right now, man?
I'm feeling great. Hey, props to my opponent, my team, everyone that came out here to support me. Tune in for my next fight. It's going to be better, if not even more than... I messed up.
You know what it is? You went robotic.
I know.
You were trying to memorize the script. So we need to find that common ground between like real authentic you and not robotic. Yeah. Come watch next fight. I am good. Robot. MMA. Like, I don't need that. So let's try it again. I'm going to tee you up because it's an open-ended question. All right. Sean, this was an incredible fight. You have put some incredible performances here after only your second time in the cage. How you feeling right now, young man?
I feel amazing. I can't wait to get back in here and perform for the same amount, or if not better than what I just did.
Did you say the same amount? Oh my God, yeah. That just sounded like he was like, don't pay me anymore, everybody. That's the exact amount of money I want to make.
Get paid. We're amateurs.
No, I know. But I like the idea that this dude's just like, yeah, I want the same amount, or not the wording I want to do.
Say like same amount of intensity. You know?
There we go. Exactly.
Level.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try it reversed.
Yeah.
So now you are going to try and interview me. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay? Go.
What an amazing performance. How are you feeling right now?
Woo! I am feeling on top of the world. This was probably one of my favorite performances I've ever had. Everything just went right in there. I'm feeling great, man. You know, I didn't think I was going to get 5 submissions, but I did. And that's unusual for an MMA fight, but they didn't apparently count. But I got to tell you guys, I felt like that was probably my best one yet.
That's amazing.
Jesus Christ. Okay. What is that amazing? Do you understand how hard my job is now?
Yeah, I know how hard your job is now, man.
Just like, sounds amazing.
That's awesome. All right, next guy.
Here's how you would close if you were me. Yeah. Okay. You would say something like, you'd be like, that's amazing, man. Well, you don't want to miss this man when he comes back to the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Sugar Shawnee Buss. You do that. So you're good. Okay. We're going to try one more question. Right. Okay. Sugar Shawnee, an incredible performance tonight. But we're about to see you back soon in this cage. Tell me one reason right now the people should come see your next fight.
I'm always chasing a finish. A decision isn't a win for me, so I always want to go out there, get my hand raised with the other guy already on the floor still.
Better. I mean, I like the lyrics. I like the tone of the end. Like, hey, if you like that, that dude's going to be in a pile of blood the next time. Like, That's dope. I like that. All right, we're making progress. Hey, just as a reminder, everybody, speech coach, coached a few people. I mean, that's the improvement we made in 5 minutes. That's why I raised world champions. Anyway, enough about me. Shawnee, I have to say, man, when you look back at your performance, we had you watch the fight just a few minutes ago before we rewatched it together. But did our commentary make sense to you? Like, did our narration make sense, or was it off base?
No, it made sense for sure. I feel like you guys matched the crowd perfectly with how much all of you sounded like you were having fun just watching the fight and commentating it.
It legitimately, like, you have roller coaster fights. Because I may not know where the twists and turns are going to happen, but I just know, like, I've locked in and I'm like, oh shit, this is going to be great. So it's become like an amusement park ride to me where I go, even as I saw you walk out, I was trying to tell the crowd, like, hey, pay attention to this guy. The last fight he had was gangbusters. It stands that he might be a person who can do it again. And then you did it again. And then you had this incredible performance. And this time you got the nod. What do you feel got you the nod this time? Like, why do you feel you won this one?
Just coming up short in that last fight, my debut, it just pushed it. Something clicked in my head and it just pushed me so much further in training, and my team, they all helped carry me just to that victory.
I mean, I feel like the weird part about that fight with you and Medina is it was so close. It was so back and forth that even in that one, you probably tasted victory for like a little bit. You had this triangle that was pretty intense on him. And I'm pretty sure that made you more motivated, got you back in the gym, and then this time said, like, I'm gonna get it. And I think that's where the crazy voice came from. Like, I think that's what it was. So I told somebody off air, because I didn't want to fully shit on you, but it was just like, you know what happens? Sometimes you hope, when is my day gonna happen?
Yeah.
And that was your day. And it was like a release. It was a catharsis of all these other matches. And so while other people are telling you, like, hey, man, tone it down. For you, I'm like, hey, man, you earned it. Like, this shit's hard. Yeah. I wish this shit was easier. But if it was easier, nobody would do it. Like, because they'd be like, oh, I just won that world title. No big. Okay, easy. But I feel like when I saw that in you, I was trying to have a smile as I was seeing you yell in all screamed caps. And I go, I think he's just enjoying this moment. I'm going to take it at that. So I had a good moment for you. And I went back and I go, my man got his day. And he got to enjoy that. So how'd you celebrate that day then?
After the fight, me and my coaches and my teammates, we all went out to get some food, Dave's Hot Chicken. But it's like, my issue is anytime I compete, I always have the sorest jaw because I bite down on my mouth guard so hard. So it's like, I got to like force it open. I'm like, I can't even enjoy the food right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So does the spiciness make any difference to you, or can you just eat that too? You're fine.
I was fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What level of spice do you tend to get?
Hot.
You get hot?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's funny is my teammate, he got extremely hot, and I was just looking at him. I'm like looking over, and he's just dying in the corner.
Was he one of the guys who fought as well?
Yeah, it was Ace. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He tried to be like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm good. But I was really seeing he's hiding it. He's got a good poker face, so I'll give him that.
I'll be honest. My dad had a very high spice tolerance, and I just thought I'd be a pussy. I didn't think I would get that good spice tolerance. So for years, I didn't do hot sauce. It's just like, nah, my dad's got a really tolerance. There's no way I've got his tolerance. And while I don't have his tolerance, in my opinion, I just tell people, I'm like, oh, I downplay it just so that I'm always surprising myself. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, and they're like, dude, that's pretty hot. I was like, is it? No, good for me. I'm doing good. Yeah, good job, me. But like, I've, especially with hot ones, become very surprised at my own spice tolerance. So I'm like, you know, now when I'm like, hey, put a little more on there, I'm okay with that. But yeah, I've been very happy with that in my life. I want to ask you about your fight with Medina, because he came here, same seat, got to sit down with me, and he was saying complimentary things about you. And you guys have exchanged notes back and forth, right? Yeah. What have you guys said to each other?
Just a lot of, like, you know, regular guy banter. You know, he hit me up after my fight being like, dude, amazing performance. That was awesome. He's just talking to me. He's like, he's a cool dude, you know?
He was also trying to give me shit because he goes, hey, man, how come you didn't invite him here when I was doing the interview with him? And I said, well, this is your interview.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, we'll invite him here. And I go, no, he needs his own interview. And then maybe we'll do one with everybody together. But he was just like, yeah, man, it'd be cool if we all got together. And I go, brother, let him have his shine first. I go, I think after he gets his next win, I think we're going to chat. And I didn't even know how the fight was going to go. I was like, I just feel like he's going to have a performance. You did. So he has put a request in. Are you willing to come back here at some point? We do another interview with both you guys, but we also do a training session beforehand.
I'd be down 100%. I love it.
All right. But I asked him this. I'm going to ask you the same. What happens if he escalates it? Because you guys have fought before, and I don't think you've ever had the experience of rolling with somebody who you fought before. That shit could go very, very up very quickly.
It's going to be a different outcome than last time. That's all.
Hold on. Do you see what you just did right there? That's how you plug a fucking fight. All right. Now, you know what? Listen, I did it. I'm so good. And I have to tell you this. One thing that I truly appreciate about you, when we talk back and forth, you have a great sense of humor. But I even told you yesterday, I was like, hey, man, if Max or if Dustin loses, I might be in a mood. And you're like, same. And I was like, no, I don't know if you understand. It means I'm going to take it out on you. And you were like, same. So in their honor, at the very end of our rounds today, we were literally the last round we had. I pointed at the floor to be like, this is going to be our hardest round. And to his credit, he was going all out for it. So I felt like we honored Dustin and Max as best we could.
Yeah. Best we could in jiu-jitsu round.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not trying to fight you, bro. Not that.
Jump the ghillie.
But
that works.
I was about to say, we don't have to say who got it, but was a guillotine. No, you don't have to point, bro. We don't need to listen. Hold on. Dustin, that one was for you, brother. You've never finished a guillotine in the cage, but this kid, he's a young up and getter. He was my Max Holloway today. I got the guillotine for you, fam. That was my gift to you. I love you, Dustin. R.I.P. Like in the cage sense, we'll still see you around. But man, you don't have to tell people that. Honestly,
it's all good.
All right. Should I tell people every other move I got on you? I was like, you got a dog.
Okay. We don't need to go there. We don't need to go there.
No.
Right.
Shawnee, the thing I liked about your role is I know some of your coaches, and I know they have very unique ways of hitting moves, and it's a mix of solid traditional grappling and just your body type makes you very difficult to pin down. It makes you a threat, even though somebody has you in mount. Your escape on Medina from underneath from there, I was like, yeah, it's not safe to literally get to mount, and that's usually the best position. When did you kind of find that you had this knack with just your body type for jiu-jitsu?
I want to say it's like, just going over to the open mats and stuff, and everyone's being like, man, it sucks trying to be with you. I'm thinking, I guess I do some weird things. What's funny about that mount escape I had on Medina, that was my first time ever doing something like that.
Get the fuck out. Are you serious?
I thought of that on the fly. I'm like, I'm going to put my feet in his armpits, and then I see what happens.
Because Medina hits really hard.
Yeah.
So for you to kind of bank like, well, I might take a couple shots, but let's see if this gets out.
Yeah.
Most people are trying to trap a leg. They're trying to do like an elbow escape, a kip up. You were just like, I don't know, I'm pretty bendy. Let's see what I can do here. And I will say this, because I'm not trying to give away a ton of our role. There were moments where you were just like, oh yeah, I'm pretty flexible. And I was like, I'm not trying to hurt you, dude. And you're like, I know, sucks to be you. And the worst part is I was like, I really want this armbar, or I really want this Kimura. And you were just like this, just like almost just reading a book. Like, yeah, that's cool. No, I'll tap if it hurts, but like, I'm good, man. I was like, motherfucker, like, please tap, sir. So when did you find you had that bendiness too?
Probably my first day of jiu-jitsu. So what's funny about my first day of jiu-jitsu, I got choked unconscious by some blue belt.
Wait.
Yeah.
In your first day?
Yeah.
Okay.
He flattened me. I guess he was visiting from some other gym or something. He flattened me out, and it's like both my hands are stuck under me. So I'm like, I'm trying to tap, and I'm just out. Next thing I know, like I wake up, I'm like, oh man. Everyone's in my room.
Hold on. First day, you get choked out, and it's by a blue belt.
Yeah.
What was the story they told everybody else? Because I'll tell you what would happen here if I saw, and I was like looking away, and one of my blue belts choked out the first day guy. I wouldn't go up to the new day guy and go, hey, why'd you do that? I'd be going up to the blue belt. So what was his story?
Oh, my hands were trapped. I was trying to tap, but I just ran out of time right there. I don't feel like it was anything personal.
It's not personal. It's just, listen, dude, I'd be shaking them down, being like, don't do that to the fucking trial class guy. Because you don't know if you're going to come back.
Oh, I was 100%. I woke up, I'm like, this is awesome. Let's keep doing this,
So you got choked unconscious the very first day and said, I can't get enough of this. 5 stars, recommend to everyone. I guess the good news about that is, if that happens on your first day, it really is only up from there.
Yeah.
I fear to ask this next question, but have you been choked unconscious since?
Oh my God, dude. So the day that Mike sent me the Medina fight. I'm like, I'll do it. And then night class, we're doing drills. We start with the choke already locked in. It's gi class, so we have a little cross collar choke already locked in. I'm fighting it. I'm feeling good. I don't feel any of the pressure in my face. And then, oh man, it's so rough. I'm like, okay, I'm doing good. And then I hear the music start sounding weird. I'm like, no, I'm out. And then I was like partially out. Took me like a second to come back. My teammate, he's like patting my chest, like, Shawnee. And I'm like, was I out? He's like, you're snoring a little bit. I'm like, I'm good. So that was like,
okay. This was the week of the fight?
It was the day I accepted the fight. So 4 days before the fight.
Because we should also point this out. You took that fight on short notice as well.
Yeah.
So you're insane for a number of reasons. Was that the first time you had been choked out since that first day?
I got choked unconscious my first jiu-jitsu comp as well.
Really? Shawnee, this is not good, bro.
It's only 3 times. Only 3 times.
Well, 3 times isn't actually the worst. But okay, when you were this is your first jiu-jitsu competition?
Yeah.
Was it your first match or just
first
the first
match? It was back in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, jeez.
It was a college wrestler.
Okay, what happened?
Dude, he gets to my back and everything. I'm fighting him, and then he just chokes me so hard. And I wake up, I'm like, oh man, my mom was furious.
What did she say to you?
She was like, what the hell was that, Shawnee? She was so mad about me getting choked unconscious. She's like, I don't like this. She still doesn't like it, but she likes when I win. So,
I mean, most parents do. I don't think she's alone in that. Okay, hold on. Having rolled with you, I think I can troubleshoot a few things. One, sometimes you can be hard and stubborn to put away.
Yeah.
So I kind of see how that works. But the second part is you being like, yeah, for sure it happened, but it's cool. And then being like, oh, okay, well, it was your first day. It happened first comp too. Okay, not what I love about it, but at least you were safe. Nobody died. And then you're like, oh, right before my first MMA fight too. And I go, do we notice a theme here? Okay. Yeah, that's the part we didn't tell you guys. He took the Medina fight last minute, and a lot of people wouldn't have taken that fight because this was an unproven commodity in this reason. Medina knocked out his last opponent in 7 seconds.
Yeah.
So what made you say, you know what's a good way to debut in MMA? This guy. Why did you take that fight?
I'm not scared of anyone. I'll fight anybody. But the main thing was Mike said to me, he's like, we got you a blue belt. I'm like, okay. I was a white belt at the time. So I'm like, I go out there, I can sub this guy. Maybe my coach will give me my blue belt.
It's so funny to hear the logic, especially as a coach, where you're like, how about now, coach? And he's like, nah. Like, if you had won via strikes, do you think your coach would have given you a blue belt?
That would have been hilarious. It would have been like Alex Pereira at UFC
That's what
300
I'm
getting
saying.
his black belt. Hey, man, everyone knows the left hook is a jiu-jitsu technique. Come on.
Okay, I'm glad I'm learning so much more about you because some of these jumps of logic make sense as an old person where I go, oh, yes, a young person felt this way. Okay, good. Okay, with that being said, that made me take notice because I'm sure part of the issue they were running into was a lot of people probably would have said no. So I like that as an attitude because honestly, man, you really do need to be fearless to do this job.
Yeah.
It's very tough to be an MMA fighter, not only from the types of training you have to do, but like pretending things aren't hurt. Finding the way to try to find the win when things are against you. And then continuously when self-doubt creeps in and you're the only guy working that night and like trying to make that happen, still seeing that light at the tunnel. So for you to do that is incredibly impressive. And again, explains why the man was talking to me in all caps lock. So that's why I'm like, oh, I put it together now. Oh, I see why. Okay. So having said that, you just started getting into some of the origin story. We might as well do the full thing.
Yeah.
So where did sports find their way into it? Was it like jiu-jitsu first, or did you play other sports first?
I started playing hockey when I was 4 years old.
Okay.
And then I played that for about 12 years. I was a goalie for 8 of those years. I was left defense for, the first 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then my dad, he's like, yeah, you're going to be a goalie. I'm like, okay. So
did you want to be a goalie, or was that just your dad?
So it's like for kids hockey, little pee-wee hockey, it's like new kid every week. So a little rotation, and we figure out who's going to be goalie. And I loved it when I was a goalie. It was fun. And then start doing goalie full time. That was pretty fun.
Okay.
My defense never really liked it that much. So I'd always my cage always had dents in it and stuff. And I was just getting shot at constantly.
Let's start here again. When you say, was it your team didn't like you?
no. Yeah.
Oh, this is a
That's
joke.
what I'm
Okay,
thinking.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh, they must not like me because they didn't protect me. That's
Yeah.
what they were saying. Okay. Because for a split second, I was thinking like, I don't know, Shawnee, you've been choked out a few times. You've been friendly with people you fought. So I wonder if the idea was you're like, yeah, man, we got some goaltending and then they had to take me out and we had to fight each other and then they became my friends.
Yeah.
So you were playing there. You enjoyed that. And you did make a note when I was trying to sweep you from X-Guard today. You just go like, oh man, this is just goaltending balance. And I go, is that a thing? Like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Dude, I'm playing on knives. I have knives on my feet, man. Yeah, of course I got to have good balance, you know? On ice and shit. You fall, bust my hip real hard.
I'm so glad you just called them knives on the feet because everybody just calls them they think blades.
Yeah.
But nobody's thinking like, you know what? I'm going to get these Danaher-esque blades and start skinning on them. But it is essentially that. What made you like hockey so much?
My dad played it when he was younger, so he had me start playing when I was young. I liked it, and then I feel like in my last few years of playing it, I really wasn't much of a fan of it. I just hated it. A lot of the guys that I played with, they just we just wouldn't just constantly button heads and not getting along that well.
Gotcha.
So
okay, but do you still follow hockey? Do you have a team?
the Kings, yeah,
The Kings are your team.
love the Kings.
Yeah, I grew up with the Kings, and I like to tell people I was like, I gravitated more to soccer because Brown. So that's what it is. But there was an era for like 3 years when I was a kid, and Gretzky came out here. I was just like obsessed with hockey.
Dude, Gretzky's awesome.
Is obviously amazing, but I was just like, well, yeah, as you're a kid, that's the time you want to become a fan. And there used to be this show. This is how old I am. There used to be an animated show that had like, I want to say it's Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky. And they would like solve crimes together or go fight crimes. So they were like 3 Captain Planets who just use their athletic superpowers.
Sounds awesome.
It's the dumbest thing that ever existed, but I was just like, even as a kid, I go, this is really dumb and campy. But I like all 3 of these guys. Yeah, I was like, let's keep watching it. I was just like, what is so dumb and lame about this? Puts down the remote. And then you would be like, they're not even on the screen, but the aura of those 3 guys. Yeah. You were like, fuck, they're so cool that I'm watching a cartoon about them.
I have to watch this. Yeah.
But even then, I was just like, I would come home, I'd tell my parents, I was like, dude, I want to go to a Kings game. They took me to some. I enjoyed them, had a blast. But I had a similar but different thing. I was playing baseball, and I was like, nothing will ever eclipse baseball. Played baseball 7 years and just was like, I don't know that I see a future in it for me, but I just like playing it.
Yeah.
And then I found soccer. And I thought soccer was lame. And then I found this love for soccer, and I was like, I don't ever think I'm going to stop playing soccer. Played 11 years.
Nice.
So I felt like that was my love. So your love of hockey kind of makes sense to me. Did you get into fights when you were playing hockey?
Yes.
Okay. How many fights do you think you got into?
Man. Good handful.
A good handful. That's probably too many still.
Yeah.
But were they with your teammates or with other people?
Mixture.
A mixture.
Yeah. I don't take shit from nobody, so that's my main issue.
Okay. I see this now. This is very funny to me. It is funny in the sense that I have met you at you're 18 now, right? I have met you at a different stage in your life, I'm pretty sure. So yes, while there is that tough SOB side of you, I just feel like if we were the same age, I don't know that we would have been rivals in that way, even though we'd be playing sports. Like we'd be on the same team. I can't imagine getting into a disagreement.
I feel like we'd get along.
Yeah. So it's hard for me when you're just like, yeah, man, I had to fight these guys because I don't take shit from anybody. And I'm like, who is starting shit with you, young man? Like, who is doing this? Because like we've joked around back and forth, and I've never felt any malice. It's just been like, oh, he's having fun. This is great.
Yeah.
And you felt the same way I think about my shit. So I'm like, who the fuck is saying the stuff that takes it to that level? When I go, I thought I'm roasting you pretty good, but not that level. So what's the difference maker there?
Dude, I feel like it's just where they're coming from. Because where you're coming from, you're like, you're being a friend, saying some shit. It's like, this is dumb. You're just coming after me for some shit. Like, you suck on the mic or something.
Well, I didn't say you sucked on the mic. I've alluded to it. Now, granted, we haven't even gotten to your hair, but go on.
Yeah, but it's like the people that I played hockey with and like a lot of the guys that I played against, they were just like, they would just come after me. They'd be like, you fucking suck and just all this is bad. And I'm like, what are you you're on the same team.
Like,
Come
why
on.
the fuck are they saying this shit, man?
Man, I don't know.
Okay.
It's usually like I'd have a bad game or something.
I was about to say, I was like, hold on, let me take this a step further.
Yeah.
Did you suck? Did you let other people score as a result, and then they get mad at you?
My dad tells me all the time. He's like, you were pretty good at hockey. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. Because we had this one organization. They hit me up after one game I had. It's like, we want to get you out here for possibly like college and all that.
Oh shit! Yeah.
It's like I was already like 1 foot out the door with hockey by that time.
Okay.
Because I started Muay Thai in my end of my freshman year.
Okay. So freshman year, now that's where a martial art finds its way to you. Why did you like Muay Thai?
Well, because I was at the Muay Thai, Joe Rogan, he's always like, oh man, Muay Thai's awesome. Like everyone hates the grappling aspect, but this is just awesome. This is the full striking, everything. But I started Muay Thai because I got to the age where I can't just go around fighting people anymore without getting charged.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I learned that the hard way.
So you did get charged at one point?
Yeah, my last fight, my junior year of high school, was in the school parking lot. And it was so stupid. This guy, he comes, so I have my buddy's bag because his brother's like, hey, can you give his powerlifting bag to him? I'm like, yeah, because my buddy was on the powerlifting team.
Yeah.
So I go up to his class, and this kid's walking out there. And me and this guy already had issues or something. I guess his girlfriend liked me or something.
Oh.
And it's like, I didn't like her. I told her fuck off. I remember earlier in the year.
Okay.
But this guy, he comes up to me. He's like, Shawnee. He's like trying to get my attention. And I'm like, what, dude? Because I just don't want to have to talk to this guy. I don't like him. And he's like, you and me. Tonight after school. I'm like, why not right now? And so I'm putting everything down. He's like, in the parking lot. I'm like, come on, dude. So I'm waiting. So my buddy was like, what the hell is that about? And I'm like, I don't know. He's probably just saying shit. So walking out to school, and I look, I'm like, oh no, he's got like 10, 15 people outside my truck in the parking lot. I'm like, now I have to fight him, dude. Now I have to do this. I've been trying my best just to avoid him because it's like I don't have to pay a fine or possibly, get sent away to juvie or something. So it's like I'm walking in the parking lot. This guy comes out of nowhere, grabs me. He was on the powerlifting too, so he's decently strong boy, But he grabs me out of nowhere. We slam me against my buddy's truck. He was pissed about that. He's like, "What the fuck? Why my truck?" And I'm like, "It's just happened, dude." And then he gets me down to the ground. I was maybe like 4 months jiu-jitsu at this time. Yeah. And not 4 months, like a little over half a year.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's trying to like choke me out or something on the ground. He has no hooks, so I just spin out, and then he's trying to get up, and I just immediately just broke his nose, just punch right down the middle across. And Wisconsin's laws are stupid. So it's if you break any of their bones, I think it's like the same everywhere, really. If you break any of their bones in a street fight, like you'll get in a lot more trouble than if you just fuck them up the entire time. So it's like the entire time I just had to dumb down my striking. Granted, my striking back then and right now still isn't really that good. But the entire time it's just he doesn't hit me a single time, and it's like he tried to do some big overhand, he missed it, so I make fun of him for that. And it's like he has all his people there watching him around this, and his girlfriend's there too. I'm like, this is gonna suck for him. And it's just the guy, he's trying to get me, and I just land a little 4-piece combo, and I knock out all these teeth right here on him. So I got this scar right here on my knuckle, and it's like he had braces too, so that's what left the scar. And I was
hold
on.
Power lifter with braces?
Yeah.
I know why he wants to fight you now. He's had a rough life, bro.
Yeah, I know.
He was basically trying to take out his shit, being like, I hate you, Dennis.
Yeah.
It's just, okay. So that's how you got that scar.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got into trouble for this?
Yeah. Actually, the cop, he grabbed me and slammed me on the ground. He's like, because you look at this guy and you look at me, I have like no marks on me or anything.
Yeah.
And you look at the other guy, his nose just shattered, teeth are missing. It's just so much blood. The cop grabs me and slams me on the ground like a mat return. I'm like, oh, couldn't even break fall. He had both my arms. Like, oh, this sucks. But he sees that like I wasn't really the one starting shit or causing any issues, so he lets me get up. And I'm like, can I go grab my backpack from my buddy? Because like it has my keys and my phone and all that. So I get that, and we walk to his office. And he's like, did your dad coach hockey at one point? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, cool. So him and my dad were like drinking buddies at one point, I guess.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. But so the cop calls my dad because I'm like, don't call my mom, she'll be furious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he calls my dad, and he's like, oh, that didn't work. Because I guess my dad was busy at the time. So he called my mom, and she is like, oh, she is furious. But what's funny is the cop said, he's like, yeah, kid looks like he knows what he's doing. So I'm like, hey, you know,
that has to put a cop in a very particular position, like
Yeah.
especially a cop that probably appreciates MMA as like, son, don't do that. But that was pretty dope.
Yeah,
But like,
that's pretty cool.
for serious, don't do that shit.
Mhm.
However, that takedown was actually pretty good. And that straight down, yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is when you mentioned you needed to kind of go on the straight and narrow. But you were in your freshman year was when you started Muay Thai, right?
My freshman year, yeah. I
So
started
when
Muay
did
Thai.
this fight happen?
Junior year. So 2 years
Junior
after
year.
I
So it was
started.
2 years after you started
Yeah.
Muay Thai, and you said you were 4 months into jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to come into the jiu-jitsu in a second, but when you did start going to Muay Thai, like what was the hook? What made you kind of go like, oh, it's not just Joe Rogan saying it's cool. It's you interpreting it, seeing it, and going, oh, I like this.
I always wanted to be a fighter, and it's like you got to start to be great. You can't just be great to start. So it's just I really just wanted to start as soon as possible. And it's like my parents are like, no, you're playing hockey. We can't have you get injured. You're a goalie. They need you. It's like, oh man. So I was finally able to quit hockey, and I just started right away.
It's very funny. I have this very, I think I probably said it a couple times on the show, but I have a very specific memory of being at a restaurant, Tony Roma's, a rib joint with my family. And I was in 6th grade. And I never really did this, but I told my parents, I was like, you know what? I'm done playing baseball. And they go, 1 more year. And I go, no. I was just going into 6th grade. And they're like, no, you have to play baseball 1 more year. And I was like, I just want to keep playing soccer.
Yeah.
And I remember being there and tears coming down my eyes. Like, I don't want to play anymore. This fucking sucks. And I'm like,
hate this.
and like, I'm in a Tony Roma's, like with my parents, like crying because I don't want to play baseball anymore.
Yeah.
And I think about that so often where I go, what made me so intense about like, I couldn't even see another 3 to 4 months of playing baseball because I was like, I just wanted to go to soccer. So sometimes I feel like you just know where you want to go. And these parent negotiations that might seem nonsensical to you, but are probably designed to keep you on the straight and narrow and keep you out of trouble, have intention to them that you just can't see as a kid. So for you, maybe it found you at the right time because you were like, hey, now that I'm going into high school, pretty soon I'm going to make my own choices.
Yeah.
So this is going to give you your opportunity to go, all right, now I can defend myself if I need to. Turns out you really needed that a few years later. So that's good. Okay. Let's talk about that first jiu-jitsu class. So this is 4 months pre-braces, powerlifting buddy, which by the way, dude, I hope you got therapy, man. Like, I don't know if he did anything to antagonize you. I've only got one side of this. You might have a very different side. But
That's not
like
even the worst part after the fight. So he had to be in the hospital for a night because, they're putting everything in.
Yeah.
His girlfriend cheated on him that night.
No,
And I
wait. You said at the time when you were interpreting it and you're telling the story, you're like, nah, it's got to be rough for her. It was.
Yeah.
She cheated on him that night?
Yeah, that's at least everyone said it. Like, dude, she was sleeping around that night. I'm like, oh no. This poor guy.
Why wouldn't you at least wait like the next night? Why would you make it that night where she's like, he ain't shit. I'm going to go find somebody new.
I guess she was, she's like, no, that's the deciding factor right
But hold
there.
on. And I don't know you either.
It wasn't me. It wasn't
No,
me.
I know. I don't know you either, ma'am. But did you say at one point you thought maybe she liked you? And
No,
that's
she
what it was?
did. She confessed for me earlier in the year before she got with him, and I just rejected her. I'm like, fuck off. I don't want you.
So Shawnee,
Because she's
again,
already dated like 4 of my buddies. So
Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, ma'am, I don't know you, young lady, whoever you are. It's just, it's very confusing to go from like, yo, I like you, to like you going, I'm not into you. Have braces powerlifter who has some issues, and then at the very end see him lose a fight and go, okay, I know what I need to do. Because that's like 3 dudes in a very short amount of time that she was like,
he ain't shit.
well, what's your name, dude? Like,
Yeah.
dude who's probably like a valet or working at a Pizza Hut. And she's like, yeah, okay. I need somebody new. So it's a very weird trajectory for her to go down. Now, granted, these are kids.
Yeah.
And I have friends and myself. We've all done very stupid things as we grew up. But that's a particularly interesting thing to do, especially after you beat somebody. Like, dude, going to the hospital and then being told, like, I have news for you. Your girl, especially if you wake up out of like amnesia or something, or they like put you down, they kind of put the thing and you're like waking up, you're like, oh, where is she? About that, bud. You know what?
She walked out
Sleep
with,
more.
She walked out with this other guy. Yeah.
God, man. I'm just glad everybody grew up a little bit. So the weird part is because you're so young, that's like a reasonable 2 to 3 years ago. So it's not like a long time ago, but good to know.
Yeah.
So what was that first jiu-jitsu class like?
Well, so I learned that CPR armbar for my first technique ever.
Okay.
So it's like, okay. But, I already knew how to do like rear naked choke, or at least I think I did because, watching all UFC and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I got to have my legs here. I got to have my arms this way. Then we get to rolling, and the blue belt, he calls me out. I'm like, all right. I'm like, it's my first day. And he just fucking just goes crazy on me, dude. And just flattens me out, gets to my back. And it's just, oh, man.
Well, we know the sleep part. Let's go to this, which is maybe now that you've been around for a while and you've seen first dayers come in.
Yeah.
Do you think you were a spazzy kid when he was basically saying like, all right, let's go. And you go, it's my first day. Tell me for sure you said that to him.
I said, I'm like, hey, I'm new to this right now.
Yeah, you're basically saying that it's my first day things. All of my students know don't put the first guy to sleep when he does first day thing. So when you're saying all this stuff and this dude's like, well, now I got to go. I'm doing the double check here just to make sure. Because, dude, I rolled with you and you're good. But I imagine back then, maybe there's a possibility you might have been a little crazy with the movement.
Thinking, I could possibly have been spazzy, but it's like I haven't choked out any spazzy people yet. So,
well, you probably contain them now.
Yeah,
and now you're a blue belt.
Yeah, I'm a blue belt, and I'm not out there choking out these trial class dudes. Like
not yet.
That's true.
But you know what?
Yeah,
could happen now because you'll probably have a good residency at blue belt for 2 years or so.
Yeah.
Who knows what happens there?
We'll see who shows up next week in class.
Jesus. Please. Hey, listen, everybody at Paragon, please keep eyes on him. I know he's teaching the children here, but I have worries and concerns.
Turn those kids into killers, dude. Let's go.
Because the weird part is I'm like, all that we did is just give you more information. Like now we've just taught you how to do more destructive things. And I go, we'll see how this works out. I think it's good for your fighting.
I feel like it's good for you though when you learn all this stuff because it really changes you as a person.
That's fair. But again, I didn't know you back then, but I know you now and you seem chill. And I think it probably has leveled you out. So that's good.
Yeah.
Here's the question we always like to ask after we get into first day, which is when did you fall in love with jiu-jitsu? Because there's a moment where you do it and it becomes more than just a hobby. It's something that you're following. So when did that happen for you?
It was immediately when I woke up after being choked out, dude. Oh so 6th grade, I saw Rory McDonald versus Robbie Lawler 2. And I was like, holy shit, you can get paid for this? Because I was already fighting people at school all the time and stuff. And it's like, I wanted to be a fighter, but it's like, oh, boxer, Yeah. But then I see like, oh, you can do everything. Hell yeah. So it's like that was always on the back burner. And then started Muay Thai. I'm like, all right, we're getting closer. And then I eventually started Jiu-Jitsu. And I'm like, sweet, now we're on the path right to the UFC championship right there.
I mean, pretty close. But having said that, okay, we filled in some more blanks. We realized that it was right when you came back to that you said, I want to do this forever.
Yeah.
Do you understand that maybe shows you're a psycho? Like at this point, you're the right kind of goon for this sport.
There's some shit that's a little wrong in my head for sure. But hey, I think it's good for this sport, Screw loose.
I mean, listen, bro, at least you've leveled out where you can coach kids and you're teaching them like, no, this will keep you safe. And you know for sure it will.
Yeah.
Having said that, yeah, I've filled some blanks in now, especially when I've put that arm behind you and I'm trying to tap you with a Kimura and you're like, no, I'm good. I go, are you? And then even after one of the rolls, I go, hey, man, I had what I like to call the instructor line
you gotta keep
of,
them safe.
Nope, I don't want to go any further than this, but I would like the submission if I can get it.
Yeah.
And you're just like, no, man, I'll tap. I know. And I go, you say that.
Will you though? Yeah.
But if you don't, much like the blue belt would have been responsible that day, I probably would have been at risk.
Yeah.
And I have a perfect record of never injuring anybody. Sweet. So I like to keep that going.
That's good.
So just remember that next time.
Yeah.
Because
I'll just go into it even further.
Yeah, I was like, how did you do this? Next time I'm going to be like, you have to sign this. It says, I did not injure you. So, okay. All right. This makes a lot of things click here. All right. If you always knew you were going to be a fighter, when did that level of saying, I'm actually going to MMA fight? Because that opportunity came out of the blue, like 4 days beforehand. But when in your head did you say like, all right, the training's getting pretty good. I'm feeling more confident. I'm actually going to start fighting for real now.
When I turned 18.
Okay.
Because camo, you can't be under 18 and fighting officially.
Mm.
So I was still training and all that, but the moment I turned 18, I just kicked it up even like 4 more notches. Just made it insane.
So that's how the turnaround came,
Mhm.
because you had mentioned you turned 18 in January, right?
Yeah.
So then literally once January hit, you were like, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm recalling, didn't you guys fight, you and Medina fight like in January?
We fought in March.
In March. Okay, so it wasn't far after that.
I wanted to be on that because I think Sparta, they had a card on January, right? This year. I would have loved to be on that.
But you were too young.
Yeah, my birthday was January 17th.
We were like January early.
It was the next week.
Oh, yeah.
And I was talking to all the people at Camo beforehand. I'm like, would I be allowed to fill out some of these forms? Because like I turned 18 and I wouldn't be fighting until I am 18. And like, no, you have to be 18 to fill out the forms, and it takes a few days to send this back and all this. I'm like, oh man.
Let me ask, did you fill out the forms ahead of being 18?
Of course.
And then you just had them ready to send out that day? I love the idea. It's like, you can't even touch it. The ink has to be once you're 18. Like, what kind of weird Little Mermaid agreement are we talking about here? Like, no, I'll have it ready and I'll fax it to you when it's done.
It would have known I was a minor, dude. Yeah.
I mean,
stupid stuff
it's
like
really weird. But
yeah.
you didn't fight before you were 18, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
It's just you turned 18, then you knew everything was getting serious. How did everything increase for the training for you once that came on? Did you feel like you were amping it up, or did you feel like you had trained a little bit in everything? Because you've also had a PKB experience.
Yeah.
You've also had, I'm sure, did you wrestle in college or high school as well?
No, because everyone always asked me, like, do you wrestle at high school? I'm like, no, if I wrestled, I would have never been able to be here all the time. Because it's at the same hours.
Yeah. Okay. That checks out. So, like, how did the intensity then dial up for you or stay the same?
I talked with my coaches and I'm like, hey, I want to start getting ready to make my debut pretty soon. And they're like, all right. So we just kicked up all the rounds, were super intense and just more cardio, more everything, really.
What's wild to me is just before we had even rolled, I knew that you're a kid that can handle tough rounds. Like, obviously from your fights.
Yeah.
I just knew you were durable. And I've seen some of your rounds that you've kind of put up on Instagram, whatever. I'm like, oh, he can go. Okay, that's good. So it also gave me confidence today when we were running a comp round for a couple of my guys who are getting ready to compete at Jiu Jitsu World League. And as I'm welcoming you into the gym, I'm like, hey, man, a couple of these guys are getting ready for comp. Are you okay rolling with them? You don't have to say yes. And you're like, I'm so fucking down. Let's go. And I go, of course you are. Okay. And then you were not only holding your own, but you were doing great in the rounds. And they got great moments with you. So as a coach, I appreciate that. For you now, on the other side, because now you're also a jiu-jitsu coach, how has that changed or informed you as a grappler and a fighter?
I feel like a lot of people don't understand it, but when you start coaching jiu-jitsu, it really helps you understand your game and everyone else's game a lot better. It really, because you break down all these moves and I'm like, oh shit, that's why we do that. And it really just opens your mind.
What is wild to me is that, you know, we obviously were talking a little bit about some of our favorite fighters just as like commonplaces, because you saw me putting up my round by round reactions and you're like, yeah, I feel the same way.
This is like the same reactions as me.
Dude, it was rough. Because the thing is, I'm like, I love Max, I love Dustin. I don't necessarily love that they have to fight each other.
I hated it. Yeah.
But I also know that they're down to do it. So it makes it all the more difficult to be like, don't do that. And they go, but they want to. And I go, fuck, give them what they want.
Yeah.
So I know you and I had the same reactions to that. But when I look at somebody like you, again, because you're 18, you have all these vast experiences that you are referencing. So you have been a huge fan of MMA. And today, one of our guys who was on the comp class looked at you and goes, oh man, you remind me of a Rory McDonald. And when he said it, I was just kind of like, oh, okay, cool. What did that feel like to get that? Because that to you must be a huge compliment.
Rory is one of my favorites, man. He's awesome.
But it was such a random comment to get, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking at him and I go, I guess kind of see it.
I'll take it, man.
But then you lit up and I go, oh, but now knowing that he was the guy you were watching, what has been some of your favorite fights that you've grown up with?
I got to say Rory McDonald, Robbie Lawler 2. That's the one that got me into this. Yeah. Back during quarantine, Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker was an amazing fight.
That was a really fucking good
fight.
Back
in September, there was the Zellhuber versus... Who was he fighting? Was it Bahamondes he was fighting on the Noche card?
I'm not sure. I think so.
It was a super good fight, though. Definitely fight of the year contender, I feel like.
So when did you start watching UFC?
I started, like, legit watching it, I feel like, back in quarantine. a little bit towards the end of it. It's like 22, maybe. Yeah.
22. So that's at least about 3 years, almost probably 3 years, a little bit more. Yeah. But then you had to go back and watch the back catalog because that Robbie Lawler one and Roy McDonald.
I first saw that in middle school, so like 6th grade, so like 6 years ago. I saw that 2019 because they posted it, and I was like, this is awesome.
Damn, dude. I mean, I just appreciate the fact that you have taken to this like a true study. Because when we're conversing, I'm like, how the fuck does he know this? Like, bro, you were like 11. What the fuck were you doing? Yeah. You were watching this. Your parents probably didn't let you. But you've made up for lost time. So when you're referencing all these things, I just have an appreciation because I'm like, oh shit, this is a dude who really takes this craft seriously, who is really studying and breaking down these fighters. So you're doing a good job because even your references, I'm like, why did he bring up something that I know I watched 10 years ago? Yeah. So that's really, really good. How much time do you end up spending watching MMA fights then?
I think majority of my time in school this year, because it was my senior year. So I had so much free time, and I'm just watching so many fights and just breaking them down and seeing what they did and how they did this. So probably a few hours each day. You know?
Okay. Good for you, man. Hey, listen, I like that you're like, while I was in school, I wasn't paying attention. I just was watching fights. But
well, it's like, of course, finished my work. Senior year, I got to make sure I do the little bit of work that I have.
Yeah. You had mentioned that the family had moved around. What was it like in the Wisconsin area for their region, for their training, or for that? Like, what did you gain from that experience when you were out there?
Oh, so one good thing about my old gym in Wisconsin, we would just roll for hours on end after class because we'd have class for an hour. Then it's just like, open mat pretty much until the owner wants to close up. So that was pretty fun.
That also probably explains why today when I was like, hey, man, do you want like 3 or 4 rounds or whatever to end? And you're like, more's better. And I go, oh, okay. I'm like, I have no issue. I'll go, the issue that we run into here for me is I go, at some point we should do the interview. But I sometimes find other game jiu-jitsu people that I'm like, I mean, I'm not quitting until you're quitting. Yeah. So I guess we're just going to be here for a minute. So it was just funny to me because I'm like, damn, dude, you had great energy. I knew you'd have a good cardio tank, but it would also make me, I consider it like a crossword puzzle. So it was like giving me new things to plug in. I'm like, your body type, the way you're passing is really good right now. And I go, oh shit, this is actually a really fun role for me. So I'm trying new things as I'm doing it and being like, does this work on him? Does this work on him? Oh, and it's very informative. Yeah. So it was very, very fun and good to learn all that stuff. But okay, with all these things, what does the future look like for you? Like, what are you trying to do in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I hope to be in the UFC, possibly title contention by then, or at least getting into the rankings. I want to be lightweight champion of the world, which is by far, everyone agrees, hardest belt to go for out there.
I was like, bro, oh man, okay. Talk to Dustin Poirier about that shit, bro.
I know I can get it, though. I know I can. I have the potential to.
Okay. Okay. Does that mean like everything has become secondary to that goal?
Yes.
Okay. So then are you going to college? Like, what is the next? Oh, no. College. Got it. Okay, great. What is the plan then? Because if you're looking to do this, like, how do you foresee yourself doing it? How long do you think you're going to be an amateur?
I'm hoping not to be an amateur for too long because it's like you only have so much mileage before everything just goes to shit on you. Like Tony Ferguson, look at him. He got into the UFC at his prime.
Then, don't bring up Tony, bro.
I know.
You know what the problem is? The hard part for me with Tony is it's like we know enough people who know enough people who know him. Yeah. And it's just like, dude, once he tripped on a wire, I was like, don't let him go anywhere. Don't let him do anything. And for years, me and the gym owner here, he was a huge Khabib fan, still is, I think. And he was telling me around like right before the pandemic happened, 2020, him and I do an interview. Yeah. And I remember being like, I'm not interested anymore. He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I think I'm done with him. And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, the only fight they were proposing was Tony versus him.
That would have been such a good fight.
And I would have seen it in their primes, but I don't think Tony was going to win. And I go, people thought he had the thing figured out. And I go, it's the only one that kind of appeals to me because it's enough where they can promote the fight and Tony will say some nonsense and Khabib will just do what he does well. And they'll both sell well. But I go, after that, Khabib, to me, I think I'm good. And then sure as shit, not too far off from that, he ends up finishing and he's like, yeah, I guess you were right. He didn't have anything else to do. I go, it's just sometimes when you're trying to keep the perfect record, it's like, get out.
Yeah.
Give me a guy who wants to give me fights. Otherwise, you're going to get a guy who doesn't take any risks. And everything you accuse GSP of, this guy will be worse, even though he is a top tier individual.
Yeah.
It's just, why am I paying for this?
I feel like that's an issue nowadays, especially with a lot of fighters. Everyone cares so much about being undefeated. It's like I have that at the end of my record. It's like I feel like you should just be going out there to win and just fight, because a lot of people are going out there to not lose.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what's resulted in a lot of like super boring fights lately, especially.
Well, you're also going to find this as you do more jiu-jitsu as well.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the black belts, they will have the worst fight because they're just fighting not to lose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, sometimes the kids here, they're like, how'd your match go from jiu-jitsu? And I was like, this is old people boring, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to tell you to watch this. I was like, here's the one highlight. Look, I did this.
Look
You're
at
like,
this.
oh, shit. I was like, don't watch the rest of it. But it is something that I do see. But the reason I bring this up is for you to consider get as much as you feel you need from your amateur experience.
Yeah,
This is my note for you, because I would much rather you make your mistakes on the amateur level where it just doesn't count and it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, you have a record, but it's XP points that you're gonna fucking need when you're in that division. Knowing it's the hardest that it's gonna be, and knowing like you're just starting that trek up the mountain and you've already had 2 super solid fights, but I want you to continue fighting smarter and more efficiently, so that way you can do it for as long as you need to get where you want to go.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my one note is like, be in a rush, do what you need to do, but like get that shit all together here. Because honestly, man, I could see you having 5 or 6 more good amateur fights.
That's the plan. Yeah. Get 5 more wins in a row, and then see what my coaches think about possibly going pro.
I think that's the move. Because to me, I'm like, damn, dude, if these were your first 2 fights, given the relative new experience you've had as just an MMA guy, what are you going to be like as you start building new skills and new sort of tricks as you're doing it? So that's why to me, when I'm doing commentary for Sparstar, I geek out because I'm like, pay attention to what he's doing. Like, look at this young man, look at what he's doing, and then start to understand how difficult it is to have endured somebody with Medina's power. And somebody with Roman's like unpredictability, where you found good solutions.
Those guys are both super heavy hitters, and it's like,
and
just take it.
You did it, and you look good, and hey, the next few fights it looks great because I'd like to see you succeed and do good things in those next 5 years, man. We should get to talking about your hair though. So you sent me a text, okay? And when I was like, oh, is this what's happening? And it went like Charles Oliveira, and I go, oh, is that what we're doing here? And you go, no. It's not finished yet. What prompted this hair to happen? Have you always done crazy thing with your hair?
No, this is actually my first time ever like dyeing and bleaching my hair. It's just spur of the moment thing. I was like, I got all my sponsors on my shorts, because like in my first fight, I had my team logo on my shorts. In Paragon, they got a panther, and all a panther is just a all black leopard. So I'm like, I can do leopard pattern on my hair, represent the team a little bit with that. So that's what the idea was for it. It's
just, it's like so fascinating to see this close up, because the last time we were in there, you're screaming at me, so I wasn't trying to look directly at it. But one, when you told me, and I think you heard me on air being like, no, he sent me these photos. So like he wants me to talk about it, and I want you guys to take note of it.
Yeah.
But 2, it's still weeks after the fight and it's here. Why did you decide to keep it after all that time then?
Paid a good amount of money for it.
Do you think that it's going to be some kind of tradition you do after every fight, or is it kind of see where you go?
I'm kind of liking it. Okay. I see why a lot of people, especially in MMA, they dye their hair, because it definitely keeps the crowd's eye on you.
It does.
It's cool.
It makes you stand out.
Yeah.
And like, it felt like at first, like this part over here on that side, kind of has a little raccoon side to it. But the blondness is just kind of like, I can't tell if that's your real hair or if you bleached it.
I got
or
brown hair naturally. So
you have brown hair naturally.
My roots are coming in.
Okay. But it also looks like it could be a skunk about to attack you. So there's a lot of different vibes you get from it. Yeah. So, okay, you think you're going to stick with it. Are you going to go at any point like Adesanya, where you get like a very bright color, you think, in the future?
Oh, man. That'd be crazy.
I mean, I just can't figure a handle on you, because you are a crazy kid. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah. I was trying to convince my teammate Ace during all of fight week, me and his girlfriend Sophie. We were trying to convince him, like, please, hot pink, because it's like he'd be the one dude where it looks good on him. And even our coach Joe, he was saying, dude, that'd look good on you. Come on. He just wouldn't do it. So
I mean, I don't blame him.
yeah,
It's
he's got like super black hair though, so like his hair would be dead.
I just know that my head is such a unique, large shape that I'm like, no, this is always the haircut. This is always how it looks.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any kind of thing. And I've always just had very boring, like, nope, that fits you. That's the one hairstyle you do. So that's why I'm always kind of like, damn, I'm envious. You can do that shit.
I used to have long hair for the longest time.
Did you? How long did you have it?
Dude, all the way down to my lower back.
Really?
At most points, yeah. As a kid growing up.
How long did you have that from? Because that takes a minute to grow as well.
Like 3 years it takes to grow.
Oh,
my hair grows pretty fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long? What ages did you have it from like that?
So when I was a little kid, I had a mohawk, like super little,
That
and
makes
then
sense for you.
I think we grew it out from then. So then all the way up to like 5th grade, I think. Then I chopped it short for the first time.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I look like a lesbian. I had that, that's like normal in like middle school boys.
Sure.
They had that lesbian haircut. I was like, oh man, I should drive a Subaru now. But yeah, then I grew it out from then. And end of my freshman year, I lost a bet, so I had to chop off the mohawk I had going
What was
again.
the bet?
Dude, it was some stupid. It was like, I bet I can get 100 likes on this thing before like this day.
You did a fucking social media aura post?
No, it wasn't my post. Some other dude's like, you have to shave, because we were like, it was like either I have to shave my hair if he doesn't do it, or he has to shave his hair
if he does.
Yeah.
So he did make that many?
Yeah. And it's like, fuck.
Did you like the post?
No, I didn't like the post. I made sure to try and be like, tell everyone like, do not like this. I don't have to chop off all my hair and be bald.
How long did he have to get the 100?
It took, dude, it was the same day. I was like, no, it was within the hour he got that shit.
Well, did he have a timeline?
Dude, so it was beginning of the school day to the end of the day, so like 7-8 hours.
Oh shit!
And he got that, dude. The moment he posted it, he got 300 likes in like the first 30 minutes. I'm like, this is rigged.
Dude.
Fuck.
He definitely went to go get a bot.
Yeah.
So when that happened, what was the post that he was putting up?
Dude, it was some stupid thing. It's like, hey, me and Shawnee got a bet going right now.
He's saying with the bet, you can't do that.
I know. I'm like, that's cheap.
Hey.
That's cheap. And he's like, hey. He's trying to tell me, he's like, you didn't say what I couldn't do. I'm like, that's fair.
Dude.
That's fair.
Bro, I'm very disappointed in you, young man. Yeah,
so
like
good.
you literally, the genie gave you all of the descriptors and you still didn't listen to all of the things.
I'll still take the bet. I don't care.
I mean,
it's just hair. It grows back.
I was about to say, it sounds more like you were in a space where you're like, I wanted to cut it off anyway. So I guess it kind of worked out.
I had a mullet hawk going on. It's actually kind of cool.
Okay.
Hey, man, that's like cool in the Midwest. All right.
Listen, you're not wrong on that. I will give you that. Having said all this thing, I just think to myself, if you had those for those 3 years, that would make you a good goalie. I would believe you as being a goalie with long hair. I'd be like, damn, that dude's got to be pretty good.
That's what I did. Yeah, for majority of hockey, it's just I just kept the long hair because of that.
Do you think you're going to go back to the long hair?
Eventually? Yeah.
Okay,
maybe down the line.
I think for
everyone thinks the short hair. So the main reason I chopped my hair off, I did this back September 1st of last year.
Okay,
and what happened was, I'm rolling and the hair comes loose and it just gets ripped out. And I'm like, I'm sick of this. So I tell my mom the next day, I'm like, I'm cutting it all off. She's like, no. My dad, he's hating it too. He's like, don't cut it all off. And then I convinced my mom, like, just cut it. And so she did. So
your mom cut it?
Yeah, because I didn't want to have to like leave it because I couldn't see the back of my head. So I don't want to leave anything lumpy,
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So it sounds like your mom over time has had to deal with you doing some crazy dumb shit in your life. How is she taken to you being a fighter now? Like, has she come okay with it, or is she still giving you shit about it?
I feel like she likes it a little more now, especially after I won and she saw like how much people loved it and everything.
Okay.
But she's always saying to me, she's like, oh, you can go get this job instead. And it's like, that's my mom. She cares about me. So my dad, he's all for it though. He loves it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He
didn't think I was gonna. He said, he's like, oh, now we have something, because he saw my first fight with Medina, and he's like, oh shit, you can actually do something. I'm like, thanks, Dad.
I mean, to be honest, like you did have a skill. I picked on that very quickly, where I was like, there's something here. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad your dad could see it too. Yeah. What did your mom say after your first fight? Because technically you didn't win, but it was a good fight. So I'm sure it's kind of hard for her to negotiate.
She loved it. She's like, that's so cool. She thought it was awesome. And her only critique, and same with my grandma, they're like, just stop getting hit in the face so much. I'm like, all right.
Did you tell them that's not really something that's going to happen though? Like,
I said, I'll work on it.
Because in theory, it'd be nice if you didn't get hit. It's just, it's part of the gig. Mm-hmm. It's part of the reason I don't fight. Because I'm like, you know what? I need this thing.
Getting hit honestly ain't that bad. Yeah.
Well, for somebody who's been in fights, that makes a lot of sense. We have a lot of guys who occasionally when they're rolling will say some dumb shit like, you're so lucky that, you know, if we were fighting. And I go, but we're not.
Yeah.
I didn't go to your gym and call you out to an MMA fight.
I challenge you.
I just go, would you like to roll? And you suddenly were having feelings. It's like, I just need to let you know I'm so good at this. And I go, sounds good, man. I'm sure you are, man. So I understand where your mom's coming from.
Yeah.
But like, you know, it's not like this is going away. So
It's not.
have you figured out a way to kind of like, maybe before the fights happen, be like, yo, mom, is this chocolate? What? Oh my God, I lost this here.
Before the Medina fight, she was asking me, she's like, are you wearing headgear for this? I'm like, yes, headgear, shins. I said like boxing gloves. And then I was hiding from her that Medina knocked out his first guy in 7 seconds because she would have been fucking insane about that.
There's no way.
Yeah. So I 2 days after I took the fight, so it's like we're 2 days from the fight. She barges into my room. She's like, what the fuck, Shawnee? I'm like, oh no. She's like, 7 seconds. She was furious. She's yelling in the house the entire day.
Who showed her this?
I think it just popped up on her Instagram.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit.
And that's me on the call.
Yeah.
So she heard me being like, this never happens. What an incredible moment. Definitely, if I had a kid, I wouldn't let him fight Medina anyway. Back to this.
Yeah. No, but she calmed down like fight day. So because she knew it was important for me. So she's like, all right. She didn't like it though, but she loved how the fight went.
I mean, that's fair. Well, Mrs. Buss, Mama Buss, if you would. He's pretty good at this. I wouldn't be doing this interview unless I thought he's pretty good. It's just, I don't think there's ever a way to quell what you're feeling. I just would kind of say, I just think he's going to find a way to do it, whether you're cool with it or not. Like, this is a dude who just wants to be in the fight, and you got some skill. So I think I would love to see what you continue to do as you progress as a grappler, as a fighter, as a kickboxer, like all your shit. I see you on your grind on your social media, and I'm so enthused by your commitment to what you're doing. And I just think like, all right, man, every dog gets their day. You had your first day. Let's hope that you can continue to have those good days. So that's what I'm kind of rooting for here. And for me, I knew even more than the time we had in the cage where I got to do the interview. I was like, no, I think there's more we can talk about once you're not screaming at me. And I was right. Yeah. So far, so good. So, all right, we have some business to do. In the future, you, me, and Medina, we're going to train and do another interview together. Yeah. Okay. And I have an agreement. You're not going to escalate things.
I won't escalate anything.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Because you've been in fights, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I can't have you guys fighting in the gym that, like, I, like...
Start the roll with a head kick. Jesus Christ. Question mark. Because the
best part is Medina's 100%, just because I know him well enough, he's going to shoot me this look. Like, will you believe this? And I'll be like, you know what, dude?
He won't be able to shoot you the look if that happens. I'm sorry.
Wow. Medina, do you see the disrespect? I didn't even disrespect you like that. I was just going to say like, yo, I was going to talk shit about Medina, but he already did it for me. But I will say, good promo for the next match. Yeah. The problem is Medina would say the same thing. So that's why it's like, fuck, he knows. But he's good people.
We'll take great about him though. He would say something like that.
Oh, for sure.
I fully expect him.
And he still talks shit to me. Yeah. And I'm like, well, like, what are you doing, fam? It's like Tuesday. Like, what are we doing? And I will tell you this. I wonder if I should do this. When he came to do the interview, he left his charger here.
Oh, no.
But you know what I told him?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, are you coming to the next bar star? He's like, yeah, just keep it in the next bar star. I'll totally pick it up there. And I was like, cool. That last bar star, he wasn't there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't see him in the crowd.
And I texted him. I was like, hey, are you coming? He's like, oh, man, I'm not going to be able to make it. I was like, well, I guess this charger is mine.
Yeah.
Guess you'd have to beat me in jiu-jitsu to
come fight for it. Yeah.
So there's a part of me that's like, should I just give it to you and give you the charger and be like, oh, sorry, bro, it belongs to Shawnee now.
Probably it's not even the same charger I use. That'd be hilarious. But I'll take it, you know.
I just like that you being like, what's this? Oh no, it's so sad that this happened to you. Raph just gave it to me because he said he was really thinking I was better at jiu-jitsu than you were. Womp womp. Let's do this, sir.
Yeah.
That is your camera right there. I'm going to put that camera on you. I would love for you to plug your gym where people can train with you at, if you do privates, all that sort of stuff. You obviously had a sponsor here the whole time that we never brought up. So tell the people about this great beef jerky that I've been staring at the whole time. And, tell people where they can find you on the social media and whatnot, sir. All yours.
All right. So shout out to my sponsors, Ghetto Protected, Costa Nostra Print Co., TM Law, and a Big John's Macro Snacks. One of the best jerkies out there for sure. Great macros on it. I train at Paragon Simi Valley. in Simi Valley, of course. We have open mats every Thursday at 8 o'clock. So come by and train. Yeah, bring your gear.
You just tell people to bring their gear. So you're trying to get more MMA rounds with people then?
Of course. I love the MMA rounds. Yeah, there's already a bunch of guys there that I get a bunch of rounds with, and it's awesome.
Let me ask this question to you, and I think I know the answer. Did you have MMA gear in your car when you came to this interview?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I had said like, hey man, we're getting in some striking rounds, you would have been like, dope. And you would have gone out to go get it?
Yeah, I got my gloves.
Okay, good. We're not doing it. But I would tell you, I was super thrilled that you came by, and I think that's super dope. And again, thank you to a wonderful sponsor, because, you know, man, you're on your come up, and it is hard to make all those funds happen for all the training, all the shit that you got to do. So every little sponsor, we always want to say, you know, big thanks, and we appreciate you guys for doing that. So taking care of that. All right, Shawnee, here's what we're going to do. We got business with that. You're going to come back at some point. We're going to roll again. I'm going to see where you're at. You know what I'm going to do next time though? I think I might do the reverse. I might put like the Gordon Ryan thing where I put something in a card. I'm going to try and hit that on you.
Hell yeah.
So we'll see what we can do from that era, but just a great all-around person to chat with, and I'm looking forward to seeing you back in the cage, and I hope it's sooner than later, man.
Me too.
I think it's going to be good shit, so
yeah,
rooting for the best for you, my man.
Thank you, man.
I'm going to go and close this up, and then we're going to do a thing where we're going to watch your fight.
Okay.
And we're going to call it a day, but
right.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you.
Go enjoy this guy's fights and find him on, we're on social media. Where are they supposed to find you?
Sugar Shawnee on Instagram, and I have a TikTok too. It's the same username. So yeah.
Okay. Maybe we'll tag you on the TikTok if I remember that correctly. Yeah. So good stuff. What do you put on your TikTok that's different than your Instagram?
It's basically the same shit.
God damn it! Yeah. You gotta sell it better, bro.
No, I do. I do like a few little training videos and like some behind the scenes one. Like I got one of like, you know, a little pan around, be like doing my first interview today.
Oh shit! Yeah. Is that the one you were doing? That's what I told you. Get the lights going up. Yeah, motherfucker. Okay. Because the worst part is he did a pan when I didn't even have like the cameras up and the lights. I was like, no, this is the shit you want to see. Yeah. So instead, it was just like, he makes me look like some like commenter that just does a podcast. I was like, yeah, me and my friend, we just get together. It's like, nah, man, that's a real podcast. And this is your first interview, yes?
Yeah.
Take that, suckers. We got them first.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me go and close this up. Ladies and gents, thank you so much for watching this episode of The Grappling Hour. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, and subscribe. Now, I told you that if you didn't have something to talk about in the comment section, I'll give you a prompt. Here's your prompt for this episode. How many school fights did you get in as a kid? I will tell you this very candidly. I got in 0. You know why? Smart mouth. So anytime somebody was trying to run up on me or to create some sort of drama, yeah, I played sports. I probably would have been okay and I was super durable, but I just roast people so badly they didn't want to fight with me.
That's usually what caused it with me, though. People being smart. I was like, now I have to do something because I can't say something funnier. So now I got to fuck you up.
That was the issue, is that we had bullies that, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, they thought they'd like get me mad. Mm-hmm. And I was always so lackadaisical. And then like, if we got to where you're, by the way, bullies, get better lines in this, because how are we completely different ages? And he had the same bullies being like, see you after school. And it's like, how about now? No, after school. And you're like, or now? Like, why are we signing a form to fight? It's a school.
It's like he's like he was asking me out or something. You
know?
Like
it's so formal. It's just like, what is this? Is there a gentleman's agreement we went to?
At noon, pistols.
Yeah, exactly. Be like, I take the challenge these, sir. Like, no, that's not what we do. So yeah, when they were doing that, I would literally start roasting them, and then the guys would just be like, fuck this, I don't want this anymore. And they'd leave. And I go, all right. Yeah, exactly. And I go, maybe I'm better at comedy than I am at MMA or Jiu Jitsu or any of these things. Yeah. Because we didn't know what the fuck it was. We were just like, fight. Yeah. So thank God, because I would have fucking sucked back then, other than just being like, Raph can really take a beating. So I would tell you guys this. Never got into a fight, but I want to know how many fights you guys got into. I'm guessing for him, you said more than a handful, so a dozen.
Good amount. Yeah, more than that.
More?
Yeah.
Okay.
20 something.
Yeah. Oh, 20? That's, you know what? Hey, man, that's why you're going to become a fighter. So this all checks out. Anyway, mom definitely wasn't 20. Although I'm pretty sure you know that it was 20.
She was there for all the suspensions.
Oh, man. Does she know all of them, though?
Some of them were in the school bathroom I never got caught for. So should have said that.
You know what, though? This is a good test. If she made it all the way to the end of the interview, if she made it here, she's going to barge back into your fucking room and be like, hey, what the fuck was this?
I'll be like, oh, you watched it.
So anyway, Mama Buzz, I'm so sorry. But, I mean, he mostly turned out okay. And a great training partner to my guys here. That is one in his corner. So take that. All those fights paid off.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'm going to put that back on over this way. And then as some additional reminders, like, comment, and subscribe. You can also check us out, patreon.com/grappling hour. $5 a month. That's all we're asking. For a few extra dollars, see the extra bonus content, including a tape study that I'm going to do with him right now. And additional stuff. What else can you do? Oh, I know. You can get a t-shirt or a hoodie that says Grappling Hour on it. It supports the show and it supports me. And I really do appreciate when you guys wear it. And last but not least, you can also check us out on our Discord at Grappling Hour. My thanks to all of you. My thanks to Shawnee. My thanks to everybody who supports this young man. And I cannot wait to see him back in the cage because if you win again, or when you win again, I'm going to remind you.
Yeah.
Some signals. What does this mean?
Means lower it down.
Okay.
It down. Yeah.
What does this mean?
Wrap it up.
Nope. That means stretch it out.
Yeah.
Because I can't do this gesture.
Yeah.
This gesture gives it away.
Mm-hmm.
So this is being like, go on.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
Okay. What does this mean?
Wrap it up.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Now he's got it. All right. I think we're going to do better this time. And at least you'll be able to read my body language to be like, there's going to be a lot of nonverbals that we're going to give. So anyway, thank you again for watching. It's been a great day for grappling. We'll see you back on the mats.
Perfect.